Any update on
Yep, let's get it.
the?
What's
up, y'all? Happy Money Monday.
G-Body Ben's in the building. G-Body Ben's is in the new crib and still has not built out the background. We're not going to talk about though. Wasn't planning on bringing that up, but
Dude, I'm busy, bro. I'm busy.
well, what are you doing after this?
Golfing.
Here we go. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone. Another week down. Good to see everyone here.
What's up, Pedro? What's up, Ben? Dawn? How you guys doing?
Well, no, vibes are strong here. Vibes are strong. ASOS is refusing to give me a VAT invoice because I'm not VAT registered. I can't submit for an IP complaint. What should I do? You wouldn't need a VAT invoice. You could just use the receipts, Pedro. Just kind of like every other ungate that you always hear us talk about. You won't need, like, I don't really know what you mean by the VAT stuff specifically.
Yeah, we're not UK tax experts by any means. So
yeah, you're only gonna need,
Montgomery is here. What's up? What's up?
It's gonna be the exact same thing as the other protocols too. What's up, Michael? Yeah, vibes are strong here, y'all. We got the little post Prime Day, really just kicking off with back to school. If you're not getting the sales you want to get, go do some retail arbitrage for backpacks. Some of the easiest money. Some of the easiest.
I went and hit it yesterday. Alex and I went and hit the Ross TJ Maxx.
Did you buy anything? Or it was just for content?
No, yeah. I mean, we're just filming stuff, but like
there's good items.
There was like some Camelbacks and stuff. Peep Camelbacks while you're out at the stores. Like
what brand?
Backpacks and stuff.
Camelback brand?
Yeah.
Oh,
like the back, like the water bags and shit.
Gotcha.
And stuff
Yeah,
for,
Josh doesn't spend any time outside.
G-Body the type of dude to wear the Camelback while he plays golf. Why does a coach golf?
Garrett would wear a Camelback while he's golfing.
Unfortunately, Miles doesn't spend any time outside, so he wouldn't know about Camelback.
That's true.
All right.
Ange picked up some backpacks. That's awesome.
What's your first memory of me before we filmed the first ever Buy Box Man? It's the inaugural Buy Box Man.
It's so funny. Warner's heard this story so many times, but for people in the chat, right? Driving home. I think I'm actually driving home for the gym, but regardless,
either that or the warehouse, probably the warehouse.
Where that's actually what it was. I'm coming down my road, right? It's residential, right? We all have front yards. I see some object. I don't even know it's a person. I see some object in the middle of my front lawn, right? As I get closer, as I pull up to the house, none other than yours truly, Miles Longstreth, in the middle of the front yard, tarp off, socks off, shoes off.
Yes.
While I also had a backyard, right? The backyard was in play. The backyard was an option, but he instead chose the front yard.
Good times, man. Good times. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Any advice for getting around Section 3 authenticity when jigging names/addresses, but invoices are legit? Hit the retailer app and see if you can get one with your exact name. Or just really just load up a whole mess of purchase documentation from other retailers to include that with it. I think is going to help too.
That's why in terms of like, right, if we're talking about just simply getting around order cancels, I do really think there's a lot of better opportunities, better options than to start going that route. Just simply because knowing that Section 3 is our thing, authenticity is our thing.
Fortunately.
Right. We have, of course, calling customer service, have them place it manually. Gift cards. We have different quantities, different order cadences, right? We have a lot of, different prep centers, right? There's so many different options we have. If you can't get something through that isn't messing with your address, messing with your name, your phone number, your all those sorts of things.
Yep. Braden had a big win. That's what's up, man.
All right. Yeah, bro. Keep it up, Braden. Keep it up, man. Right. So an underrated way to do retail arbitrage, if you have a quick win with retail arbitrage, for example, one of my coaching guys had one yesterday. He got sales on a back to school friendly item while he was doing RA the same day. And I was like, dude, like pull up on the computer and spend 5 minutes storefront stalking those listings and see what other leads are coming from that same source. Now, storefront stalking is typically something you only hear of with online arbitrage, but you can utilize it for retail arbitrage as well, just at the crib, building those mental notes for what to look for in the future.
Yeah, 3K in your first week is pretty good too.
Yeah,
that's the first week of many Amazon All-Stars right there. Couple grand in your first week. Yeah.
Sold some Nike backpacks first time. Yes, sir. Sweet. Those 19 by 24 poly mails, you might have to fold them over here and there. Definitely a good opportunity.
More rev last month, looking like more profit with less revenue. That's the best of both worlds there.
Mm-hmm.
You have less headaches, more profit.
Where should I get boxes for prepping myself? For FBA, Walmart, and reusing any OA ones. And then FBM, Walmart, Uline's cool, Home Depot. Just make sure there's no really obvious branding. I know some of the smaller ones have Walmart branding on the bottom, but what you'll do for those is just fold it so the Walmart branding is on the inside of it and isn't showing, and it's very clear that it's a replacement box. Right, that's actually something a lot of you guys will run into that I get questions about fairly often.
Or like a lot of the things you're going to be prepping and shipping out for FBM, you can just use poly mailers, right? If it's the backpacks, if it's clothes, if it's any sort of apparel item. I mean, bags most likely are the method of choice. Shoes are tricky. You're not going to want to do those in bags. So those are going to be something, although you can get like actual shoebox shipping boxes. So that kind of beats that one as well.
Yep.
An experience with transparency codes, the brand doesn't provide them, and on yet they're registered in the program makes no sense. Yeah, that's kind of contradictory because it has to come down from straight from the brand.
Yeah, if there's other sellers on the listing, they're either just they don't have them and they're risking the account, or they're buying it brand direct. Because typically the only way
supplier, right? Because if the supplier doesn't have the transparency codes, and obviously they're registered with Amazon, that's probably a question.
Yeah, it means they're not authorized to sell that out to you as an Amazon seller at the very least.
Probably
more likely that they're not authorized to sell it at all.
Can I get ungated and Under Armour from their website? Yeah, I love soccer.com for ungating recently, though. They just provide really good documentation. I think that's where you guys should all use for those big brands.
Shipping brand box shoes inside poly mailers, you'll probably have a lot of damage on it. Like, you might as well use a box.
The interesting thing is that Amazon sends out our stuff in poly mailers, but they're responsible for the issues and the complaints, so it's not as big a deal.
Yeah, go on. Like Uline has shoebox shipping boxes, so does the post office. Plenty of options there.
You'll see some, especially like the eBay guys, you'll see some very satisfying, like perfect size boxes in the with shoes and stuff. Yeah.
They have to be like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not made any sales yet. Will a lot of these brands on the auto ungated
all of them same exact thing? Not all of them, but a lot. Yeah. Try to list. Like Jack, for example, while you're here with us, brother Jack, go try to list a Stafford item, a 32 degrees item, a Athletic Works product, an And1 product, and I bet you go 4 for 4 on all those ungates. Those are 4 brands that I found profitable online arbitrage SKUs on in the past 24 hours.
The other cool thing is, right, all 3 of us have YouTube channels. All 3 of us have tens and tens and tens and tens of hours of live sourcing that are going to be a really good catapult for you, right? Not necessarily for those in specific products, but as a starting point to go over more tactical stuff, to go over the methodology of how to find products. Right? Maybe it's not the size 8 shoe that we go over in the video, but maybe it's the size 9 or the 10 or 11 or a different color, right? Or it just kind of keys you on a smart seller that's selling a lot of this stuff that you can now use that in a tangential way to find other products. So it's like the processy things are going to be super, super helpful to kind of learn from a lot of these live sourcing videos that we do. And then you can iterate that to start to find products and products and products.
So Garrett, how do you think South Sudan almost upsetting the U.S. affects LeBron's legacy?
Source more products, Miles.
Did they almost beat us?
They almost just lost again. Dude, I just got the notification.
That's hilarious.
But dude, South Sudan, I played against one of the guys on their team in high school, actually.
There's always that Clips for Miles Connect.
Always, every time with basketball, every time. Yeah, every time.
March Madness posted up in City Works, just watching the games. There's always those.
No, I'm too old now for that shit. But like back in the, I mean, still a little bit, but like back like two years ago, like nuts.
Dude, it was so that we watched the Princeton game that one time, and you're like, well, I know that dude. That kid's sick. That could.
Yeah. Right? Because back in the day, before I dedicated myself to memorizing coupons for online arbitrage websites, I knew everything about high school basketball.
We used to be a good society. Now we memorize coupon codes.
Yeah. How many variations is too many variations? There's no such thing because you're gonna fluidly filter through those using the variations tab on Keepa. So they're not gonna worry about that. Pedro, you kind of worry about a lot of stuff that don't really matter, man. And everything. I purchased shorts from ASOS with no transparency codes and Amazon product authenticity. Complain to me. Do you think ASOS was authorized to sell this? Yes, because they have brick and mortar locations. They have Rakuten. They accept PayPal. They're super legit. We all talk about using it for ungating. 100%. Now, Pedro, like
trans-
pretty much everything you've commented about being worried about, none of it's been significant, man. So just keep it moving, man. You'll be good to go.
I feel like he's been around a couple of weeks too.
It's
and-
transparency is completely different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't have a transparency code doesn't mean you can't sell it. That's like
Yeah.
for some very specific products that like tell you that you have to have it.
Yeah.
Exclusive. I know
Ace
Miles
does, like,
got a
clothing and stuff like that, you know.
touched on it, but
Yeah.
in terms of like variations, a lot of people get over obsessed, right? Only focus on the top moving variations, right? With the trophy and those sorts of things. But cool thing is, as you scroll down, yes, there may be less sales going to those particular products because there's less competition too, right? I would much rather sell on a product that maybe is selling 50 times, it's only split across 2 or 3 sellers, or selling 200 times and split across 2 or 3 sellers, than the product that sells 2,000 times, but there's 70 sellers on it, right? So it's more so in terms of the relative velocity going to a product, the competition, and the price point, right? Because remember, each variation is going to have different price points, going to have different stability. All those sorts of things are going to be different within each variation that you kind of want to dissect.
So now you can use all big websites for ungating, and all of them work. I even used, I used Champs for Under Armour. You can use Under Armour fine. I just like using soccer.com. They have really quick hit rates typically. All retailers are going to work if you submit enough, but yeah, Under Armour's good to go.
Yep. First couple of FBA products.
Book,
Yeah. Yeah. It's books for probably, Garrett, you started with books too, right? Yeah. Every good Amazon seller sold some books first. But the first first arbitrage products that started making sense was like some vitamin stuff.
Yep.
Easy coupons, lots of like BOGOs, stack, all that good stuff.
Yep. The key is, Braden, if you're worried about reducing risk, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You are killing it for your first week, man. I believe you said 3K first week, man. Dude, keep doing that awesome shit, man. Yeah. Like, no need to switch it up here, man. Especially if you're worried about reducing risk and check-in times, man. Keep rolling with that FBM stuff, dude. You're a beast, Exclusive. So Exclusive said, I'm getting orders, yet Amazon hasn't made my product available in Seller Central. What that means is you bought great products because Amazon's selling them before they're even listed at Amazon FBA, which means that's a great.
So it's on like super back order, basically.
Yep, and that's great that they're still moving, that they have to give you buy box because there's no one else to give you buy box on, which means it's low competition and super high demand.
Sweet. That's what's up, Pedro, hitting 30K. Yeah. Keep it up, man. It's a lot of just focus on the stuff that actually makes you money. That's like there's a lot of distractions with Amazon.
There's a lesson there.
A lot of and you're not even a beginner, but there's obviously beginners watching that like like we would talk about like sitting there and you spam the ungates for forever and just like do a bunch of things that feel like progress that aren't. Anything that's not buying products and talking to other Amazon sellers productively is not progress generally. What's the transparency code?
Product to sell. Let's get it, Stacy.
Sweet. Andy, transparency codes are like little mini barcodes that like it just verifies that your products are authentic. You'll see it on like really high volume products on brands that get counterfeit a lot, basically.
Any suggested repricers? Featured is the only problem I have, and yes, sir, FBM for capital transitioning. Ideally, FBA is the goal. Yeah, for sure, dude. Right, Braden. So yeah, man, I'd recommend trying out BQL. We all should have affiliate links in the description, and we all got tutorials on that as well. You can check out, man. But really impressive stuff you've been able to do it, as a brand new seller, man.
Sure. What up, Angel?
Trying to find very first product. How are people
they're
making
probably
money?
Not yet. Yeah, they're probably waiting for the price to go up.
They're paying the low too. You're paying 50 cents a piece, even less with tax exempt, with gift cards. Looping rewards on certain sites.
Hitting the retail arbitrage, fill up the cart. Yeah.
Watch
all of those listings during the thick of back to school because all that stuff will be in stock at your local store.
Facts.
You see the price goes crazy, you run out, you list some that you see, list it while you're in the store. It's in the cart. Probably sell it before you leave the store with some of the back to school volume.
And then just store those links for next year, guys, right?
Yep.
All those products, or not all, but most of them probably will operate the same sort of fashion next year and the year after, right? We can validate that by simply going back into the Keepa charts now. A lot of the backpacks and the Crayola, the crayons, calculators, you see the same sort of kind of pricing environment. Sales rank goes down, means obviously the velocity goes up. Buy box is going up, right? And those sorts of things should be part of our documentation year after year after year. What sorts of price points are we looking for? What sorts of price points and velocity should we be kind of accounting for? Those sorts of things.
I'm trying to figure out, how do I find a Profitable product in store or online? I scanned a lot of items over the weekend and did not find a Profitable product. Yeah. So it's just looking at more. You know what I mean, right? So for online arbitrage, Stacy, typically you're gonna have to look for coupon codes and discount codes. We all have a bunch of good videos breaking down how to find products. For retail arbitrage, is just scanning more stuff. Ask the employees, hey, is there any additional discount I can get on these, right? But for the most part, just gonna be more scanning stuff here. Okay, as a college student, I do not have a lot of time to prep items myself. A prep center will cut my margins and growth at smaller capital I'm starting with. Any advice? So as a college student, you have way more time than you're ever going to have in your life. Not even close. So Jack, the key is that you gotta get going now. Time's not the constraint, right? How you're prioritizing probably is right now. And that's fine because that's part of growing. A prep center will cut my margin and growth significantly. Most likely not, unless you're in a sales tax-free state. Which if you're in a sales tax-free state, you should be ripping FBM on your own like a madman. So in most cases, you're actually going to save money using a prep center. You're just going to sacrifice FBM ability and speed as a result of that. Jack, unless you're in a sales tax-free state, you're actually going to save money using a prep center. You're just going to miss out on like the fast growth you can get with FBM.
It's your explanation.
I put a Discord link there. I'll update that too, but I'm pretty sure I'd updated that a little while ago.
Just look up the Amazon Launchpad.
Yeah,
it'll take you to the one that.
Oh, lit! Damn, it ranks in SEO too. That's pretty lit. Cool. That's fine. I'm gonna look that up too. That's fine.
How can I get invoices?
Yeah, Discord.
Get Max, Marshalls, etc. Do I need to show a reseller permit? So you probably won't get those sorts of invoices. The cool thing is, or the important thing is, anytime you get a receipt, you want to take a picture of it, just as a reference, just as a storage capacity to counteract any authenticities as they come up.
That's fire. Yeah. Okay. Discord worked. Cool. I'm updated that in the actual link too, just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure I'd updated it this week. Either way, I'm gonna get that right for y'all. Let's see. Oops.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah. The time management thing is extremely true. It's all down to like prioritizing time. Going back to the college kid, we all traded at least part of the college experience or whatever you want to call it for our future, right? So you gotta make those decisions.
Yeah.
And there's also people with 9-to-5 jobs literally running laps around people who
and
are
families
full time. And yeah. Like
literally.
you will never have it easier than you do when you're
Not even
you have to be doing in school and doing homework for 30 hours a week.
Yeah, you gotta
like,
get ChatGPT too. Get ChatGPT.
Yeah, you got kids, you got a 9-to-5. That's hard mode there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tips and tricks for experienced sellers using credit. I have FBM. That's gonna speed up cash flow like crazy. That's fire. Good work, Exclusive. Important things with FBM. A lot of Amazon listings, a lot of products have multiple Amazon listings. You can list on both at the same time. Super important. Additionally, 0-day handling time going to help you get more buy box share. Shipping templates do free shipping and then free shipping for economy and standard. And then for 2-day, next day, and 1-day shipping, do $30 plus $1 per pound. Right. And then polymers 9x12, 12x15, 19x24 boxes from Walmart. What else in terms of FBM? If Amazon shipping super expensive, buy on PireChip. And if you want to find FBM listings, find sellers that are FBMing on a certain item that you know is reseller friendly, 5-10 plus sellers, and then storefront stock from there.
Yep. Bought an FBM product, 2.7 FBM. Yeah, that makes sense. Shipping's about $12. Yeah. That's pretty normal, man. Next, like when you have an FBM order, just plug in a bunch of weights and dimensions, get a general feel for what that's going to cost you. Maybe write it down somewhere so you can kind of estimate that when you're trying to figure out what's profitable. As a general rule, a lot of times FBA fees will be somewhere close to the FBM label cost.
Warren, repeat the private chat.
In your current place?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Mine didn't close.
Come on. You got any idea?
Mine didn't close.
7:00. Oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. Okay, maybe it's that. Okay, cool.
What the hell you need that for?
It's got important thing touching that. How do you enable 0-day handling time? So parts, just go to shipping settings and then hit general shipping settings and then scroll down in the middle and you'll see it on there. How can I get ungated for Adidas? So Adidas is currently hard gated, so no one can ungate it. But for pretty much any big brand besides that, it's just going to be going to really any big retailer. Soccer.com is a great example. Target, and just buying 10 of an item you also see listed on Amazon right there. And then submit the purchase documentation.
Sweet. Yeah, decent amount of sales. Imagine auto ungate sheet is going to be a lot more viable. Yeah. No, like the more you sell, the more you'll get auto ungated, and it also depends on the account, right? So like even brand new sellers, they'll get auto ungated for a bunch of that, but the more you sell, like the more you'll auto get approved on.
Well,
so yeah.
Braden, how'd you make sales though if none of the auto ungates worked? Did you just do stuff that was good from the get-go? I'm curious, Braden. Plug in Stafford, 32 Degrees, and one in Athletic Works, and I bet you some of those work, man. I've really never seen them not work. So check if a couple of those work.
I think I'm banned or something from the Discord.
You must have said some bullshit. Exclusive. All right, exclusive. Hit the DMs. No, I'm kidding. Hit the DMs and I'll fix it. Hit the DMs. Sorry for the question, Sam. I submitted a target invoice for Lego. Got denied. Yeah, that's just how it works, man. Keeps them in. Just how it works. You just got to resubmit. Same thing there. Let's see. Morna just dropped an ace in the private chat.
That's what's showing up.
Ooh, that's okay.
Pickleballing out, pickleballing. Yeah.
I was just looking like do you see the movie Dodgeball?
Ooh, that's a vibe.
Oh yeah. You get the dodgeball.
That's Miles with the headband.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Love Money Mondays sourcing. All right, yeah, that's what's up. I feel like you're always out hitting the stores on Mondays. You're always. I mean, maybe that's just a good sign that you're out doing the proper amount of sourcing in general. Then.
Damn, yeah, Braden, that's fire, man. Braden, try out some of those auto ungates too, man. I bet some of those guys work.
Sweet. How do you enable 0 day? I don't know. Maybe you guys already answered that, but it's just in your shipping. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's in your shipping settings.
And then general shipping.
It's on a different tab from the templates for some reason. Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's easier if that was. Yeah, and fix the templates while you're there too.
Another good one to fix is the 2D barcodes. Make sure you enable your 2D barcodes for FBA shipments. For some reason, you have to do that yourself too. So sweet. Let us know. Let us know what other questions you guys got. We'll probably roll for a few more minutes. I think they got a hot day with some pickleball going down after this. Garrett's got to put up his giant Amex sign.
I know. Man.
Any advice for Canadians, a new seller about to launch as a family business? Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's awesome. That's like there's a lot of successful like family business sellers because you get people who like to do different parts. So, I mean, as far as Canada goes, you won't be able to do much FBM, unfortunately. Just the rates are insane. So start in Canada, like test the concept, and then I would pretty quickly try to work on getting stuff set up in the US so you can hit the US marketplace as well. So use a prep center, get all that kind of stuff set up. We like wasting money a little bit more than the Canadians. There's a lot more demand down here.
I think way more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're talking about from Amazon. Well, if you're using Boxum, it's going to be right. It's going to button that you turn on.
Yeah.
But for Amazon, I think it's fulfilled by Amazon. You scroll down, you have to turn it on.
Yeah, the Boxum Help Center on the on our website. I'll link it too. Let's see, resources. Boom, here we go. And then the launch discount's still going for a little while longer, guys, on Boxum. If you want to try it free, do a 2D barcode shipment, try out the shipment flow. You'll very quickly see how superior it is to Seller Central and other listing softwares that cost a lot more money too.
But over Seller Central, there's no question.
Yeah. Starting in January.
That's a given.
50K in capital, go stupid. Yes, sir, Jared. Keep it up. Let us know how we can help too, Jared, man. Keep it up. Keep it. Discord name for DM. Flips for Miles.
That's a good question, Sonny. Is there a certain amount you have to spend in order to reach a desired revenue or profit? Yeah. So like a good rule of thumb is for every $1 you spend, it'll turn into $2 ish in revenue, maybe $1.95, that type of thing. And you should get somewhere around 30% ROI on that. So if you're trying to make $1,000 a month, you're spending $3,000 in a perfect world. Obviously, not everything you buy sells at the exact profit you want. So you're probably spending somewhere closer to $4,000, and then the rest sells at break even and a little bit slower, that type of stuff.
Is that tweet Miles sent out earlier a good reference for shipping templates? Yeah. So the tweet I put out on shipping templates is yeah. You want to get that set up right there. Parth, you got that shit, man. You got that. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point too. I'm gonna bring that up because that's something that like you can get screwed and like lose a lot of money on in the future if you don't have that correct. Let me pull that up for you guys.
Do you guys ever see sellers move from a prep center to their own warehouses at large? Of course, most of them will at some point.
Yeah.
Depends on the goal, right?
And the business model.
Yeah. But anyone that's doing wholesale at scale is likely going to move to the warehouse route just because there's a lot of volume associated, and the variable cost of the prep fees over thousands of units are very much more substantial than the flat rate of a warehouse, right? Flat rate of the rent, flat rate of the employees, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so this is the templates you guys want to have set up right here. Really just standard and economy orders is you want to put a $0 plus $0 per pound. And then expedited next day and 2 day, you want to put it like $30 with next day being a little higher if you want. So some like this, guys, going to make the most sense. Right there. Would Walmart receipt work? Yeah, all big websites for ungating, guys. Yeah, all big websites.
Does Amazon charge turn on Canada and Mexico? Yeah, you'll pay like extra fees for it. So just like, it's not a terrible idea. I think all of us just have turned it off just because like some extra fees will sneak up on you, and you have to manage the account health in those other countries too. So it can like, if you weren't paying attention and realize like, oh crap, I have an IP complaint in Canada that shuts the whole operation down in the US, then that little the revenue bump doesn't turn into something that's worth it. Plus there's like regional requirements. So like if you sell a grocery product in Quebec, it has to have French on it. Are you going to make sure that all your grocery products that get listed in Canada have French on it? Probably don't want to worry about that, right? So there's a lot of like little minutiae you have to worry about with that program.
Dude, I never would have thought of that. How does A/B listing testing contribute to your overall listing optimization strategy? So that's a phenomenal question for private label, Edward. None of us do private label currently. We just talk about reselling, so listings that have already existed for a while, man. So while that's a fire question, none of us are really qualified to answer it because none of us do private label.
Best way to minimize placement fees, just do case pack.
Yeah,
case pack within Boxum.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys have any lists of prep centers? I've applied to 30 plus prep centers. Yeah. So our buddy Clear the Shelf. So Chris Grant has a good list on his website. It's cleartheshelf.com. Right there. When will you open back up? Not sure, honestly. Not really sure, honestly.
Even better than that, though, Jack, is just ask, some friends that you have in the Amazon space, right? If you're on Twitter, put out a tweet. Your best referral, your best recommendation is going to be from a referral, right? Asking the 5 people that you talk to the most, one of them uses a prep center, that's going to be the best key. Or if you put out a tweet, 30, 20, 40, 50 people see it, a couple of them probably have some recommendations that are more valuable than the list because simply they're being used in personal recommendations.
What does A/B listing mean? Yeah, so that would be private label, basically testing out different listings. What we talk about in terms of selling on Amazon, guys, is just like selling listings that have already existed for a while. So unless you want to do private label, you're not going to need to do that as well. Can you write down that? Sure. Cleartheshelf.com. Cleartheshelf.com. If you just Google like Clear the Shelf Prep Center, you'll see it too.
Not too much, Nisa. Garrett, what's your percentage of wholesale these days? You're mostly OA still, though?
It's
Yeah,
at 100% for a while.
That's fine.
You've been
like a year, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, cool. All right, sweet, guys. So appreciate everyone tapping in with us for Money Monday today. If you want more good free Amazon content, check out all of our YouTube channels, Garrett, Warner, and myself. We also posted a really good back to school podcast on the Buy Box Bandits, which is on all platforms and it's on YouTube. So that's Buy Box Bandits. And then you can try Boxum for free using the Boxum launch sale at boxum.com as well right now too for a couple more days. So yeah, actually, Warner, when we met on Zoom for the first time, was selling, what was it, gunslings, right?
Yep.
And I tried to find his storefront for a while and I couldn't find it. But yes, I see people selling knives and stuff.
Knives can be good. Yeah. Like pocket knives and stuff. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting niche to think of targeting, but like, hey, whatever makes money, man.
Yeah. They're not like restricted or anything like that usually either, which is interesting.
It should be.
Yeah, a little bit. Whatever. We'll take it.
Cool. All right, cool. Talk to you guys. Have a great one. Let us know any questions. Check out all the links in the description, free Discord, and try Boxing completely free. See y'all soon. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Braden, man, keep up the good work. All y'all keep up the good work. Have a great one. Bro T and
Have a good one.
Yeah, whatever works, man. Yeah.
Sweet.